State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11 now.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. It's caught by Jackson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here's big. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get.
This is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Man open, here is Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown, Falcons. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. That's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Open right side, complete to Rager. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And some room to maneuver. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Andy Janovich his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mark 54. Mark 54.
Mayfield. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Back to throw again. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory. Decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Clyde Edwards-Helaire doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. A little careless.
I'm watching him play. The one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it. Tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Snell. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Benny Snell is a... Coup now for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
51 to Mike. Too little.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch the run. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Second and 3. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This ball complete to Rager. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Rager with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. AT in his rearview mirror. He goes back out to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think so.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
You can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Snell. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. On the return, Jackson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Drive the Falcons offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly,
from the 41, Mayfield. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
54,
To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Right back to Juszczyk again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Clyde Edwards-Helaire on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. McCann's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Edwards-Helaire, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Mayfield. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
3 down, 3 down.
First man through. It's the fullback use check. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Go, go, go. Right there. 54.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. On Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled.
Now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big-time play.
Strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. With it is Jackson. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time where they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And able to rip chip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They'll look to throw here on first down. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 2nd and 9 now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Right there.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 103 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. And I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Now here's Snell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, it worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing deep for Galladay. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw now on first down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. Looking to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back to throw here. Touchdown! Andy Janovich, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's It's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Okay. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
sorry, I'm so delayed. I just look like an idiot.
No, you're all good.
Jeremiah is up there for the Browns. Let's go. I don't actually know if you want to be on the tackle leader list, though.
My free safety is the first one.
That's terrible. If they're getting to your secondary, hopefully it's just on blitzes. All blitzes.
Second longest field goal this season.
Tucker McCann. He's from Missouri. Let's go. 6 foot tall. Like, why? It's so much wasted height in kickers. A lot of them are over 6 feet tall. I mean, I guess the length of the leg. Well, you see the fulcrum and the way that they hit the ball and it connects, the driving force. We're talking about physics. 24th overall. Whoa, 6,000 yards offense. There's only 22 users. So that means there's several computers doing better than you.
Third highest rushing yards.
Well, that's something.
Total yards gained. Points per game.
Wow, they're up in the 8.5s. Almost 9 Gs.
Defense.
There we go. And I won't find you here.
Guess we'll sort it the other way from the most. Oh, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 most total yards allowed. Third most pass yards allowed.
They're not running on you, though.
Yeah, pretty middle of the pack. Points allowed.
They're just kneeling.
Middle of the pack. QB sacks.
I can't imagine this is that high.
Fumble recoveries. Interceptions. Yeah, pretty basic. Conversions. Third down percentage. Pretty low. 45. Fourth down percentage. Not bad. 70%. Red zone efficiency. Red zone.
Oh no.
Okay. 67%. Penalties. I guess penalty yards. Fourth least yards and penalties.
There you go.
Turnovers.
Well coached. Well coached group of youngins there.
Giveaways. Oh my god! Oh!
The worst in the league. Even worse than the computers. 32 teams and you've done 32 of them. There hasn't even been 32 games.
Interceptions. Third. Tied for third. Fumbles lost. Third. Takeaways. Middle of the pack. Defensive interceptions. Fumble recoveries.
This sets a good tone going into the wild card. Got a lot of things going for you. Passer rating's not terrible. I mean, 89.
Oh, got some in my eye. Fuck. Lions, 16-0. Chiefs.
Hey, you can cry, by the way. It's not a big deal.
'17th in the NFL, and I've secured a playoff spot.
Yeah, it's a little nutty nowadays. They literally like take the top half because of the playoff system and the double play-in and the wild card. It's starting to be like basketball. Literally basketball. If you're like not a bottom 3 team, you make it.
Playing Green
Right.
Bay. Have
You got Green Bay?
Yep. First round.
I can't see it with your face, but how good? They must be the what 2-7-5.
Fifth seed, yep.
Yep. Well, what do they do? What's their roster look like? Is Aaron Rodgers still playing?
Haven't
Can't
played.
imagine.
Packers.
They scramble?
They lost. They also lost to the Falcons, but that wasn't even played. They beat the
Oh, that's
Jags,
my friend
beat
Marcus. Team.
the Cardinals, beat the 49ers, beat the Vikings. Wasn't played. Beat the Seahawks. Almost beat an undefeated team. Beat the Tech. Beat the Oh. That was a CPU game and he played it. Lost to the... Almost beat the undefeated team again. Holy shit, I'm screwed.
Nah, maybe he just got that guy down. He drafted for whatever that guy's good at. Winning games. He drafted against it. Yep. He's got a good secondary, but you'll just eat him alive on the ground. He can't cover.
The Patriots had a user when they played the... Oh, thank you. Dude, also, this is the fucking Falcons in my chat right now. That game was so stupid, dude! Oh! I'm so mad. And now I have two offensive linemen out for the